this one works. Good morning, and welcome to the University of Jamestown's 2022 Honors Convocation. Please rise for the invocation given this morning by Kirsty Dobson, Director of Campus Ministry and Pastoral Care Coordinator.
Let us pray. Good and gracious God, thank you for this day and for each and every person in this place. We thank you for the opportunity to gather here together. We thank you, Lord, for the blessings that you so generously lavish upon us. We are especially grateful for the students, faculty, and staff that we honor here today. We are filled with gratitude that our students have entrusted this UJ family to engage them intellectually, morally, and spiritually. Lord, help us to be good stewards of that trust. May we seek you in all things and live by your example. We ask for your wisdom and strength, Lord, upon our students, faculty, and staff as they continue to make a difference here at UJ and in the world. We ask all this in your glorious name. Amen.
It is with great pride that we assemble here today to honor the academic excellence of our students. As the nursing students are doing preceptorships and education students are student teaching, this may involve some recipients receiving their awards in absentia. Honors Convocation is a long-standing and important part of the University of Jamestown's academic tradition, and all honorees, both near and far today, are carrying that tradition forward through their scholastic achievements. I welcome forward at this time Dr. Mark Joy to give the address. Dr. Joy, professor of history, taught at the University of Jamestown for 30 years. He both retired and received Professor of the Year Award in 2021. Please welcome Dr. Mark Joy.
Yeah, I think there was a connection there that I retired and received Professor of the Year. The students thought if we give him that, maybe he'll actually leave. I do appreciate the honor, but I also remember the time years ago, the person whose name was used, I've told them this story, but I'm not going to use it now. But for some reason, I think they had posted probably this thing, or maybe the program we get at the end that actually has the names in it. And this student was looking there, and let's say this guy's name was Roy Johnson. Oh yeah, Roy Johnson, Professor of the Year. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm sure there were kids last year, or students, that would like a moment of dissent when I was named Professor of the Year. I want to talk today about living in serious times. John Adams and Thomas Jefferson were friends and colleagues during the revolutionary struggle that led to American independence. But after the Revolution, Adams served as the first vice president under Washington, and Jefferson became one of the focal points of the anti-administration political interest that eventually developed into the Democratic Republican Party against the Federalists of Washington and Adams. But after they became bitter enemies. But years later, when they both had served as president and were now retired, they rekindled their friendship. And they began a correspondence that's very interesting, because here you have the last two survivors of the revolutionary generation. In fact, Jefferson died exactly 50 years after the Declaration of Independence, I think. And at one point, Adams wrote to Jefferson, "My friend, you and I have lived in serious times." Now, everyone always thinks they live in serious times. Our personal lives are serious enough, even if the situation in our country or in the world was pretty decent. But certainly we live in serious times, and serious times demand serious people who will make serious commitments. Richard Foster wrote in his book, Celebration of Discipline, "The desperate need today is not for a greater number of intelligent people or gifted people, but for deep people." I want to challenge you this morning to think deeply and to make it your ambition to change the world and to make a difference. Make it your ambition to make a difference. Our ambitions are often too small. Years ago, I was doing one of the interviews for the Wilson Scholars, and there was a standard question, I think, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And this young lady that I was interviewing said, a nice house, a new car, and a good job that pays well. And I thought, we are fitting you to be a consort for kings. I felt like Professor Harry, what was it, Harry Hill? No, that was music. The professor in My Fair Lady. We are fitting you for something great, and you're going to go off and marry Freddie Einsford Hill. Our ambitions are often too small. Mick Jagger said you can't always get what you want. No, that's true, but you can often get a lot of what you want. But the problem is many of us don't want anything very important. We want the good life, good friends, a nice family, lots of stuff. But we might get all of that and still find ourselves living what Thoreau called a life of quiet desperation. So set your ambitions higher than just that. Our ambitions are small because our passions are weak. Soren Kierkegaard said, "Let others complain that the age is wicked. My complain that it is wretched, for it lacks passion." Often we don't care enough to make a difference. Now, I know that seems strange today when you can turn on Facebook every day and people are just screaming about some wrong, even though they all claim to be moral relativists, but they're all screaming about something they did wrong. Well, they scream, but they don't ever do anything about it. What passes for the virtue of tolerance in our world is often just a lazy disposition not to get involved, not to care. William Wilberforce led the fight to end the slave trade in the British Empire, and he wrote of his own commitment to this issue. He said, "I confess to you, so enormous, so dreadful, so immediate did its wickedness appear, that my own mind was completely made up for its abolition. A trade founded in iniquity and carried on as this was must be abolished. Let the policy be what it might, let the consequences be what they would. I from this time determined that I would not rest until I had secured its abolition." So heat up your passions. I read something a long time ago about preaching. I don't know exactly how to apply it to other things, but an old country preacher, he bragged that I never went to no theological seminary. Somebody asked him, "How do you get ready to preach?" He said, "I read myself full, I think myself clear, and I pray myself hot." Now, if you're not a praying person, I don't know what you could substitute for that last one, but read yourself full, think yourself clear, and then do something. Get involved. Now, to change the world, you're going to have to develop your skill. You must do everything to the best of your ability. The ill-prepared generally do not change the world in any significant way. Chance or luck may play a role in your career, but remember what Louis Pasteur said, "Chance favors the prepared mind." So your best efforts are going to be called for. Sharpen your focus. We have too many generalists in this world. They are so concerned about everything in general, they complain about everything, but they do nothing in particular. Find the cause of the work that allows you to focus your skills and your passions. It's not likely that the way you make a difference is something that involves none of your special skills or your deepest passions. Frederick Beaker said that your vocation is the place where your deep gladness and the world's deep hunger meets. Then become what you should be. If you're going to try to work to make a difference in the world, other people are going to try to put you to work. Unfortunately, on their agenda, not yours. I often feel like telling people, well, look, I don't come and ask you to help me with my writing, so don't ask me to be in this program or this play or whatever you're doing. It's not my skill set. You might have to learn to say no to some requests so that you can focus on the area of your special passion. Eric Liddell was a Scotsman who was an Olympics runner in the 1930s. He came from a deeply religious Scottish Presbyterian family, and his sister wondered if he should devote himself so fully to sport, to training for the Olympics. But Eric told her, "Jenny, God made me fast, and when I run, I feel his pleasure." And he was not only a success in the Olympics, but he was a great servant of God throughout the rest of his life. Sometimes we tend to think that whatever our duty might be will be some unpleasant interruption, take us away from all that we know and love best. But it could be just the opposite. Perhaps your role in this world is exactly where what you love and know best is involved. God does not call you to be somebody else, and you will not likely make a difference by trying to be somebody else. The Hasidic Rabbi Zusa looked back on his life in his old age, and he said, "In the world to come, they will not ask me, 'Why were you not Moses?' They will ask me, 'Why were you not Zusa?'" Now, I'm not in the habit of giving advice from Karl Marx very often, but let me leave you with one observation he made. The philosophers that have explained the world in many ways. The point, however, is to change it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Joy, for your words and for your service to the University of Jamestown. Each year, our students are the recipients of generous assistance from many friends and alumni of the University of Jamestown, whose loyalty and generosity we acknowledge with gratitude. President Peterson. Wilson Scholarship recipients are chosen based on their academic and leadership achievements to be Wilson Scholars and receive full tuition scholarships. Will the following Wilson Scholars for this year please stand to be recognized? Haley Comstock, Madison Mochenbacher, Nathan Werner, and Luke Zimmer. The Gayle Harben Schuler Scholarship is a full tuition scholarship awarded annually to a student in the teacher education program. This award honors Gayle Harben Schuler, who taught elementary school and who is the wife of Board of Trustees member George Schuler. Those eligible to apply are elementary or secondary students who will be juniors or seniors in the next school year, have good academic standing, and demonstrate financial need. Annie Steyer, please stand to be recognized. Departmental awards are given as a result of faculty recommendations from the respective departments. Students need to meet academic and leadership expectations to receive awards. In conjunction with the North Dakota Society of Certified Public Accountants, The CPA Society Foundation awards scholarships to students pursuing careers in accounting each year. The North Dakota CPA Society Foundation Harris and Arlyce Widmer Roel PC Scholarship Award was established by Harris Widmer, class of 1958, and his wife Arlyce of Fargo, to support deserving students as they sit for the CPA exam. This year's recipient is Wesley Kemp. Please come forward. The North Dakota CPA Society Foundation Ide Bailey LLP Scholarship Award is bestowed through the North Dakota Society of Certified Public Accountants and awarded to one deserving junior or senior accounting student who is a candidate for the CPA exam. This year's recipient is Jackie Micklejohn. Please come forward. The Art Department Outstanding Student Award is presented in recognition of unselfish servant to the college, the art department, and fellow students, as well as for scholarly inquiry in the field of art. This year's recipients are Kaylor Cox and Elliot Wiley. Please come forward. The Barbara Mcclintock Art Student Award is presented to a student in the visual arts who also majors or minors in English or creative writing. Morgan Palmer is this year's recipient. Please come forward. The Freshman Biology Achievement Award is given to the highest-ranking freshman in biology. This year's recipient is Hannah Hagel. Please come forward. The Senior Biology Achievement Award is given in recognition of high academic excellence to a graduating biology major. This year's recipient is Ellie Myron. Ellie, please come forward. The William J. Clout Award in Business Administration is given in honor of Mr. William J. Clout, former professor and chair of the Department of Business Administration. This year's recipient is Kyler McGillis. Kyler, please come forward. The Communication Achievement Award is given in recognition of high academic excellence in the field of communication, service to the college and the community, and leadership in the communication department. Benjamin Ray is this year's recipient. The General Chemistry Award is given to the most outstanding student in general chemistry. This year's recipients are Tenley Budenhagen and Ben Patton. The Freshman Computer Science Award is given to the highest-ranking freshman who has completed CS 170 and has taken or is taking at least one more computer science course numbered 171 or higher, and who shows great promise in computer science, management information systems, or information technology. This year's award winner is Corbin Phillips. The Outstanding Graduate Award in the Department of Computer Science and Technology is given to an outstanding graduate in the department who shows great promise in graduate school or industry. Recipients this year are Elijah Hackman and Mindy Lee in absentia. Elijah, please come forward. The Professional Achievement Award in English is awarded to the junior or senior showing the most professional promise in English. This year's recipient is Stephanie Juritsma. The Felix Verts Award for Excellence in Language Study is named in honor of Felix Verts, 1962 graduate of Jamestown College from Basel, Switzerland, and Foreign Language Department member from 1970 to 1974. It is awarded to an outstanding student majoring in French, German, or Spanish. The student must have a major in one or more languages other than English, have studied abroad, been an officer in Alpha Mu Gamma or the International Student Organization, been an asset to the Foreign Language Department, and show promise for working to promote language acquisition after graduation. This year's recipient is Haley Johnson. The History Merit Award is presented in recognition of superior academic performance and outstanding scholarly contributions in the field of history and political science. This year's recipients are Chase Gluckert and Vetla Peterson, both of whom accept their awards in absentia. The Political Science Merit Award is given in recognition of high inspiration, unselfish dedication to the principles of American democracy, and superior academic performance. This year's recipient is Thomas Chapin. The Peggy and Merle Foss Outstanding Major of the Year Awards from the Department of Exercise Science and Physical Education, Teacher Education, are presented to the most outstanding junior or senior majors who hold a minimum GPA of 3.3, have demonstrated professional service and strong leadership ability, and or show great promise in graduate school. The Majors of the Year in Exercise Science are Megan Gaffney and Katie Merchant. The Major of the Year in Physical Education, Teacher Education, is Grant Okawa, awarded in absentia. The Music Department Student Achievement Award is given each year to a junior or senior music major who has demonstrated outstanding accomplishment in his or her music studies at the University of Jamestown. This year's recipient is Jamie Weatherly. The Richard Harrison Smith Choral Prize recognizes individuals who have made outstanding contributions to the choral program at the University of Jamestown. This year's recipients are Andy Dobble and Catherine Hildreth. The Decree Instrumental Music Award recognizes individuals who have made outstanding contributions to the instrumental music program at the University of Jamestown. This year's recipients are Coralie Fuss and Tiffany Meyer. The Faculty Recognition Award in Nursing is presented to senior UJ nursing students who have contributed the most effort to assist student learning within the nursing program. This year's recipients are Abigail Newmiller in absentia and Christine Vetch. Christine, please come forward. The Dr. Terry Rittenbach Award is given in honor of and out of love for Dr. Terry Rittenbach, professor of nursing at the University of Jamestown since 1977. This award is presented to a student nurse who demonstrates unselfish dedication to nursing and volunteerism, a love of learning, and a love for the elderly population. The inaugural Dr. Terry Rittenbach Award is presented to Emily Ash. The Distinguished Achievement Award in Nursing is presented to a senior UJ nursing student selected by the nursing faculty for outstanding academic achievement, contribution to co-curricular activities, and leadership potential in professional nursing. This year's recipient is Julia Jenny. The Nurse Leadership Recognition Award is presented to the UJ nursing student who has been selected for one of the following honors by the NDNSA: North Dakota Student Nurse of the Year, President of NDNSA, or recipient of the NDNSA State Leadership Award. Recipients this year are Amber Domries in absentia and Haley Johnson. The Psychology Department Outstanding Senior Achievement Award is given annually to a graduating senior majoring in psychology who has demonstrated a high level of achievement. This year's recipient is Elena Selsler. The Psychology Department Outstanding Undergraduate Achievement Award is given annually to an outstanding psychology undergraduate who has demonstrated a high level of achievement in the Department of Psychology. This year's recipient is Jacob Hepburn. The Outstanding Student in Elementary Education Award is presented to a student majoring in elementary education for outstanding achievement. This year's recipient is Jaden Sander. The Outstanding Student in Secondary Education Award is presented to a student majoring in secondary education for outstanding achievement. This year's recipient is Downey Hune in absentia. The Outstanding Student in Teacher Education Award is given to students who show the greatest potential as a successful teacher and professional. Selection criteria include leadership and accomplishments in school, community, pre-professional organizations, and competitive functions, as well as high academic ranking. This year's recipients are Downey Hune in absentia and Jaden Sanders. The Clyde R. Travis Award is presented to the junior students showing the greatest promise in teacher education. The award was founded by the class of 1926 in memory of Clyde R. Travis, former head of the Teacher Education Department. This year's recipient is Medora Pringle. The Jimmy Zani Award is given by the Theater Department to recognize a student who epitomizes versatility and quality in both performance and technical theater. This year's recipient is Stephanie Juritsma. At this time, we will proceed to the College Fellow Awards. Department chairs, please take your place at the front of the stage and remain there until all students have received their awards. The College Fellow is awarded to a limited number of outstanding junior or senior students who are selected each year by the faculty. Recipients are to be of exemplary character, possess an overall cumulative grade point average of 3.3 or higher, as well as a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or better in their major. A fellow may tutor or teach under the direction of the department chair. College Fellow recipients, as I read your name, please come forward to receive your certificate from the chair of your department and then return to your seats. We ask that the audience please refrain from clapping until all certificates have been distributed. In accounting, Haley Bakke and Courtney Keeker. In biology, Haley Malone, Connor Rainey, and Nate Verchota. In business administration, Lawton Allen, Hayden Brown, David Martin, Jordan Morales, Mason Walters, Carter Wells, and Eden Wells. In communication, Callie Hagerly and Sarah Jensen. In computer science, Caitlin Dathy and Ezra Arena. In criminal justice, Faith Mackey and Ashley Turner. In English, Micah Lint. In exercise science, Connor Barton, Garrett Bickett, Jamie McMillan, Connor Mormon, Brianna Nielsen, Jordan Olson, and Olivia Wallace. In chemistry, Eve Stegner. In financial planning and wealth management, Tegan Fee and Lorigan Steuben. In graphic design for e-commerce, Kaylor Cox and Morgan Palmer. In health and fitness administration, Isabel Marchino and Connor Mormon. In health, physical education, teacher education, Tate Olson. In history, Jaden Galima. In information technology, Emily Josephson and Quincy Stotts. In liberal arts business studies, Marley Desarmes and Piper Zimmer Gilman. In mechanical engineering, Thomas Ingram, Lexus Trigg, and Paul Vandal. In music, Catherine Hildreth and Winston Legesse. In nursing, Sarah Azure, Annika Anderson, Cassandra Fredrickson, Mackenzie Johnson, Madeline Mitzel, and Macy Savala. In physical education, Hannah DeMars and Morgan Woodall. In political science, Christy Carpenter and Annabeth Lint. In psychology, Jensen Baer, Matea Dostal, and Elena Klein. In teacher and elementary education, Jalen Helstad, Downey Hune, Jaden Sander, and Kenna Sallow. Please give our college fellows a round of applause. We now recognize students who have been named for honors within national and international honor societies for their leadership and academic excellence. Students, please stand to be recognized as your name is read. Audience, please hold your applause until the end of the list. Alpha Chi is a National College Honors Scholarship Society. This year's UJ inductees include Hallie Bakke, Marissa Burt, Camry Carlson, Christy Carpenter, Zachariah Epsch, Camille Klindworth, Braden Knutson, Madeline Mitzel, Morgan Palmer, Carter Wells, Elliot Wiley, and Luis Cepeda Rojas. Beta 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 is a National Biological Honor Society. This year's inductees include Jennifer Fuchs, Camille Klindworth, and Connor Rainey. Pi Lambda Theta is an international honor society and professional association in education. UJ's newest inductees include Jordan Kalheim, Chase Glukert, and Silver Lurs, and Joshua Thompson. Psi Chi, the International Honor Society in Psychology, welcomed new members Haley Johnson, Braden Knutson, Sydney Llewellyn, Megan Tejan, Olivia Wallace, Jessica Zenker, Tiffany Meyer, Alexandria Schilling, and Ashley Turner. Sigma Theta Thau International, an honor society for nurses which emphasizes scholarship, leadership, research, and education, inducted the following UJ students this year: Sarah Azure, Allison Davis, Amber Domries, Anna Holen, Julia Jenny, Haley Johnson, Abigail Newmiller, Margaret Russick, and Christine Vetch. In addition, this year, Alpha Chi is recognizing a student who has shown exemplary support of or contributions to the chapter, its members, or to the entire campus, awarding Jaden Sanders the Dr. Patricia Williams Chapter Member of the Year. Jaden, please come forward. In recognition of academic excellence, we also honor students who were named to the spring semester 2021 and/or fall semester 2021 Dean's List. Each student on the list achieved a semester GPA at or above 3.74. Please stand if you are on the Dean's List in 2021. The Student Leader of the Year Award recognizes an outstanding student leader who has demonstrated a pattern of success in all aspects of their college experience. This year's recipient is Mason Walters. The Senior Year Excellence Award is given to a graduating student who has demonstrated a pattern of success in their final academic year at the University of Jamestown. This student has demonstrated the ability to balance high academic rigor while maintaining involvement in extracurricular activities such as student organizations, internships, work experiences, volunteer experiences, and so on. Students must be in their final year with intentions to graduate, have at least a 2.5 cumulative GPA, and must have completed a minimum of 90 credit hours. This year's recipient is Arwen Nayer. Please come forward. The Top Dog Award is presented to the top male and female weight room performers. This award is given to students who demonstrate the following: strong leadership qualities, loyalty to their team and the university, commitment to the process, an unmatched work ethic, the ability to make smart choices that benefit themselves and others, a never-quit mindset, and the ability to live in the present moment. This year's recipients are Alexis Waldron and Kendall Yackley. The Resident Assistant of the Year Award is presented to a member of the residence life staff who has accomplished the following: designed and implemented meaningful programming experiences within their resident hall, fostered the development of strong relationships among their residents which resulted in building community, and has shown dedication to their role as a service leader within their hall. This year's recipient is Downey Hune in absentia. The Take Heart Award recognizes a student who gifts others with courage, hope, confidence, and joy. This student is often referred to as a day maker, and their words and actions positively impact those around them. This year's recipient is Weston Stringer.
Did
I miss one?
Yeah, that one right there.
What about it?
Illuminator.
Yeah, it's next. The Illuminator Award honors a student who consistently inspires others to do good deeds and serves as a role model to other students in their behavior, service to others, and their ability to exemplify what it means to be a Jimmy. This year's recipient is Shannon Bryn. Representative Jimmies have been selected based on the senior class voting on individuals who best represent the unique qualities and personalities of the class and offer a great overall representation of the graduates. The 2021-2022 Representative Jimmies are Sarah Azure in absentia, Garrett Bickett, Amber Domries in absentia, Anna Holen, Haley Johnson, Tiffany Meyer, Jackie Micklejohn, Brianna Nielsen, Addie Schnabel, and Danny Stiles in absentia. Come on up, yeah. Or do it now. Nope, I guess we're going to do it now. They're all here. They're all here. Sorry, we're going to grab a picture. Thanks for the reminder. I totally just buzzed right over it.
No, that's okay. I was like, did I just put it in the wrong order?
Nope, you didn't. It was me. The Kennedy S. Warner Memorial Trophy was established by the brothers and sisters of Kennedy S. Warner, a Jamestown College student killed in World War I. The selection is based on the student's scholastic record, participation in intercollegiate athletics, and high ideals. This year's recipients are Karina Huff and Jason Richter in absentia. Karina, please come forward. Plainsong is the art and literary journal of the University of Jamestown and is published by the Department of English. The editorial board for Plainsong is made up of the faculty of the English department. Each year, the board takes entries for publication in Plainsong and offers monetary prizes for first-place winners in the categories of poetry, fiction, nonfiction, artwork, and photography. This year's Plainsong Fiction Award winner is Soraya Fig. The Plainsong Award in Poetry this year is given to Stephanie Juritsma. The Plainsong First Prize winner in both photography and art is Elena Klein. The Carl C. Raugust Award goes to the senior student who, during his or her work-study assignment at Raugust Library, demonstrated exceptional skills, devotion to duty, and willingness to serve. This year's recipient is Madison Salwy. The Chapter AB PEO Awards are given to a female student or students with high potential who have graduated from Jamestown High School and have attended the University of Jamestown for 1, 2, or 3 semesters. This year's award winners are Zaretta Gaynor, Keely Renwick, Kiara Saylor, and Kyra Vogel. The Chapter K PEO Awards are given to 2 junior women and are based on character, scholarship, and leadership. This year's recipients are Carly Kaluski and Morgan Palmer. I will now turn the time over to President Peterson for the awarding of the President's Key.
Today I have the special privilege of introducing this year's President's Key Award recipient. This award is presented each year to the highest ranking student in the senior class who has spent all 4 years at the University of Jamestown. This year's President's Key recipient is Elena Selzer. Elena is from Anamoose, North Dakota. She is the daughter of Danelle and Heidi Olson. She will graduate this spring with a major in psychology and a minor in character and leadership. Elena is on the Crew campus ministry team. She's a member of the concert choir. She's a member of Defend, and she participates in intramural volleyball. In Elena's future, she will be an intern with Crew, followed by going to graduate school for mental health counseling. Please join me in congratulating Elena Selzer.
Karen Crane will now present the Staff Person of the Year Award.
The Staff Person of the Year Award recognizes a full-time staff member of the University of Jamestown who has at least 3 years of service at UJ and contributes to the achieving the goals of the university. There were several outstanding written nominations received from students, faculty, and staff members this year, and the person selected fits the following description as written by one of his or her nominators. Quote, "This person works tirelessly and diligently and spends hours on end communicating with students for a variety of reasons, from effective study habits to investigating attendance problems to continued enrollment at UJ. During the semester, this person constantly keeps up with the reports of students struggling with grades, attendance, or keeping up with their classes. Continuous follow-up happens in an effort to stop the situation from spiraling out of control. And if the spiral does start to happen, she or he is still there to help the student in any way possible. During semester breaks, this staff person hardly gets any downtime. Much of his or her day is spent contacting students in an attempt to get them to enroll for the semester before classes fill up. Once contact is finally made, he or she will guide them through all the necessary steps to register and resume classes. This staff person persists well beyond the point others may give up, and does it with a smile and a willingness to help. No matter how far behind a student may be, this staff person is there to help them to work their way back. Sometimes simply getting a student to show up to class or turning in a single assignment is a win. Without this person persisting through difficulty and resistance, even those little wins might not have been reality. Her patience and tenacity and resolve are unparalleled. Thanks to her efforts, many students have been successful where otherwise they may not have been. In recognition and sincere appreciation, this year's University of Jamestown Staff Person of the Year is Student Success Coordinator Emily Wolf.
I now welcome Julia Jenny and Nicholas Johnson to the podium to present the Professor of the Year Award.
"2022's Professor of the Year has been praised for going beyond the coursework to truly take care of their students. With many years of experience, this professor is a perfect role model for students, instilling in them the motivation to work hard and remain dedicated to their field as they prepare for their future. This professor connects class material with personal experience, helping each student thrive in the profession and be better equipped for service in their craft and in their community. This professor also makes it a point to welcome their students and care for them. They have invited many students to their home to provide them with home-cooked meals and fellowship.
When the days get long and the work gets hard, this professor takes time to motivate students with activities, demonstrations, detailed discussions, and sweet treats. In nominating this person for the Professor of the Year Award, one student wrote that this person was the reason she fell in love with her chosen program here at the University of Jamestown. This longtime professor has made an immeasurable impact on the students, faculty, and staff at the university and continues to foster in students a love of learning, commitment to duty, and passion for serving others. Please join us in honoring the 2022 Professor of the Year, Dr. Terry Rittenbach.
In closing, we congratulate all who have won awards today, and we thank you for all that you do to make the University of Jamestown what it is. We have a couple of announcements to make before we close this year's Honors Convocation. The full Honors Day booklet, which includes awards descriptions and each honoree's name, is available on the Honors Day section of the University of Jamestown website. The live stream of this ceremony is archived on the university's YouTube channel and will also be available on the Honors Day section of the website for viewing. At this time, we'd like to introduce Dr. Rick Wallentine, who will come to the podium and lead us in singing the first verse of the Alma Mater.
Good morning. The words are in your program on the back. Will you all please rise and join me? I'm going to give us a pitch here. We'll sing a cappella this morning. No, that's not right. No, you'll be very unhappy with the high note there. That would be very bad. That's better. Please join me in singing. Over hills and plains and ocean, to thy crimson citadel, words of cheer and pride are winging from the hearts that wish thee well. Alma Mater, bounteous Mother, now to thee our voices raise, psalms of honor, power, and glory, grateful love and eager praise. Please stay standing for the benediction.
Congratulations, everyone. We are so incredibly proud of you. I leave you with words from 1 Corinthians. Dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. Go in faith and serve the Lord. Amen.